jamais vous voir de nouveau. Alors, c'est quoi que vous goûtez?
I think it's the best show yet in the gallery, and it's great to see some of these textile pieces up close. I've seen a lot of the pieces in books, and it's really nice to see them in the flesh.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Science Gallery. Coco Chanel once said, "Fashion is not something that exists in dresses only. Fashion is in the sky, in the street. Fashion has to do with ideas, the way we live, what is happening." In many ways, exactly the same thing could be said of science. It's not something that exists only in remote and mysterious laboratories, but something that infiltrates our lives.
And I just think it's great because how fashion has kind of been viewed as very materialistic, it's now being shown as something extremely scientific, extremely thought-provoking, and also extremely relevant in a sociological context as well.
What happens when nanotechnologists meet fashion designers? Will biotechnology enable us to grow a second skin? TechnoThreads aims to open up these questions to passionate discussion and debate.
I am Morag Myers-Cobb.
And I am Jared Cobb. And
we designed the exhibition.
We designed TechnoThreads. It's meant to feel, actually it's not meant to feel futuristic, it's meant to feel immersive.
Fashion is about sort of you and yourself and looking at yourself, so that's why I've got lots of reflective surfaces. So, and particularly in here, when you walk in here, you half see yourself and you half see something else. So there's this sort of movement and change of, sort, I don't know, a little playful. I mean, what was interesting with this for me was we designed the whole brand of the show, which is the big, you know, the blindfolds, and that seems people have really responded to that, and it has lots of different connotations, blindfolds, you know. So, you know, there's a bit of S&M and all sorts of things, and it's a bit like not looking at things, and you don't know what's going to happen next, do you? So.
I'm the exhibition curator for the TechnoThreads exhibition.
One of the elements in curating this exhibition that really came home to me in speaking to the individual designers and exhibitors here was how strong the mutual respect is between science and fashion. I hope that you will be drawn by the aesthetics of what you see here today, but I would also urge you to really delve deeper and look at the science and the technology behind the work that you're looking at.
My favourite part is the exhibition upstairs that has the fermented dresses, the fermented Guinness dress and the wine dress, and the jackets, the cell culture, little jackets they're growing, because my initial reaction when I heard about that was this whole definition of what is life, and so are these alive or not alive, and I think it can spark an interesting debate.
My name is Zoran Katz, I'm an artist, and I'm also the director of Symbiotica, which is an art and science centre in the University of Western Australia. So this piece is called Victimus Leather, and actually what we're showing here is a version of it, which is a kind of a triple version of small jackets that are grown using living tissue inside a techno-scientific body. And you can see people's reactions, you know, they seem to be quite disturbed or challenged by being confronted by something like that.
primordial conflict suits, like you can act out your aggression, but without violence. They're like animals have got ways of showing their emotion externally, and humans don't have such obvious signs.
We used to have tails.
So we wanted to have like, you know, like horns and like hoods and things that blow up.
So these garments here are all made using a printer, believe it or not. The image that you've created in your CAD program is sent to the printer, and it takes that, it slices it up into very, very fine layers, and it prints it one layer at a time. So a great example of this is this little bird in the cage here. The only way to get the bird into the cage is to actually print it, or to print the bird as you print the cage, because there's no seals or seams or anything in this object at all.
I'm Susie Webster, a Canadian multimedia artist. So I work in wearables and other kind of responsive environments. And this is Electric Skin. It's a bioresponsive wearable that turns the breath of the wearer into pulses of light in the garment. So if you breathe into the breath sensor, it illuminates the garment.
My name's Gary Cass. I work on the Micro-B project with Donna Franklin here. So the Micro-B project is really an art science, and the wonderful thing about the project is that it's a collaboration between maybe two different worlds.
Well, what we've done, as anyone would do, is we've grown dresses using bacteria with wine. So they eat the wine and produce this sort of a skin, which we then make into dresses. But the special thing we've done for this exhibition is that we've also made an outfit out of Guinness.
I will say, the bacteria prefer red wine to Guinness. Well, it's good because it leaves us more Guinness. You know? We don't have to share our Guinness with bacteria.